Good morning. Give me a second to find the video. We're going to talk about the third eye though today, and it's very appropriate for this energy right now. Give me a sec to put this in my chat. Good morning. I'm giving it a second so people can find us. I'm going to talk about the third eye. It fits in perfect because I'm having, I just told my husband that I slept awful this whole week. I had a lot of like paranormal kind of astral encounters. I usually sleep amazing every night if you know me too, right? And so I can tell things are happening in the in our dream state. And when I'm looking at any space weather, which is iffy to me if you know me, right? It's iffy, we'll see. I said they're predicting we're gonna go up to K5 tomorrow and the next day, but I will probably hit K3 if the way I'm feeling it. So it's iffy, right? Space weather. But when I look at what they do document and any of their kind of statistics, it shows me that a lot of this energy is incoming at night. And I know you'll be like, you know, it's nighttime where some of you guys are right now, and it's morning for me. It doesn't matter. They say that's universal time, right? So there's a lot happening between like midnight and 6 a.m. lately. And we're in our rest week with this energy. We should be integrating and resting. And yeah, right, we're about to get hit with this cosmic, you know, wave of energy incoming. We're already getting hit with it now, but I mean, it's going to amp up. And so you can see that these ascension energies are getting more intense. The duration of them is changing too, where we used to get all year last year, we would get a nice week in between to rest. Yeah, right. Didn't even get a day, and we're getting a new storm. So you can really tell the energies are changing on the planet, and as it is, it's doing things. I was talking to Lisa White this morning, not to get off topic, but you know, she's like, I was waiting for you for like 7 years, and I said I had to wake up. I was laughing with her. I told her that too much Bible prophecy woke me up, and I woke up with the year, I don't remember what year it was, a couple of years ago, when they had the 4 blood moons, like the prophecy, like the Hebrew prophecy and all that. I said too much Bible prophecy seemed to wake me up, but I realized thinking about it this morning later, I was thinking about it. And you know, what had to happen is that we were at low frequencies this whole entire time. When you have energetic gifts like me, that is bad for you. It took me this entire time to master my own energy and to grow into my abilities. So as the frequencies are going up, it's waking people up. And that is what is needed. It's really a frequency adjustment that's needed on this planet to wake people up. And I know that people are like, I'm awake, that's all there is. You're going to continue to have awakenings within awakenings. More lucidity, higher states of consciousness, glimpses, all sorts of amazing things doing this. We don't just have this one awakening. I mean, like a year ago when I reset my whole life, everyone thought I was just going crazy or had woken up. Trust me, I was very much already awake for a while at that point. I want to talk about your third eye again. I started to talk about it yesterday on purpose in my Mystery School of Atlantis class group on here. If you're not in it, you guys should join it because it just goes hand in hand, you know, all the videos I'm doing and what's going on in my life. So, you know, the third eye, there's pictures, artwork depicting these analogies. I talked about the third eye symbolism yesterday and the Eye of Horus. And, you know, we are these seekers on every level, spiritual seekers, the initiate, going through this experience. And any kind of, you know, ancient teachings show us that we need to purify our mind, body, and soul to reach this spiritual attainment and to be able to tune into and access our abilities. We're all channels and receivers for energy. Yeah, you can go out in the matrix, and if you're around someone, you're going to pick up their vibrations, their frequency, their energy. We're always exchanging energy. We're pretty much like cells in a body where we go around and impact each other energetically on so many levels. So we're always, everything is an energy exchange. Even just scrolling down your Facebook feed and looking at someone's post, you're sending them energy. Everything is. What is going to make you more powerful in your abilities is going to be the more pure that you are energetically. So everyone's harnessing the same energy, the dark and the light, right? It's all the same divine energy underneath the duality. And so it's really important. Everything that I teach is about purifying the physical body, reprogramming your mind, right? Working on letting go of things on a soul level that we've been holding on to, things we need to release and let go. It's pretty much everything that I'm already talking about that we're being taught in these past places. A lot of the stuff that I teach was being taught in places like Atlantis and Egypt. All right, so I see people starting the chlorella and going to the Reiki wall and saying, I'm having detox symptoms, and I can see they're doubting, like, should I be taking this? How about this? I've been detoxing hardcore for at least 3 years, at the least, using a lot of herbs that are very good for detoxing, stuff on our vitamin list, right? So I feel like I'm at a good place physically with my human body in terms of removing the metals, detoxing, clearing out my third eye, and things like that. I'm getting ascension symptoms all the time here from the energy. A lot of this might not be from the vitamins. It could be from these cosmic photon light rays that are hitting your body and, you know, activating your DNA on so many levels. We're seeing a lot of DNA upgrade kind of symptoms. It's very important that you guys do the vitamin component and pull any metals out of your body. People are like, I don't have metals in my body. I think the whole planet reached heavy metal toxicity, and that's what all these pharmaceuticals are doing, everything, you know, on every level. So it's really important we understand that metals never leave the body. They just build up in it. And where do these metals go? They love to attach to our brain, our nervous system, and areas like that. So your brain, your third eye, is very connected to your nervous system. A lot of people are feeling chronic pain going through this matrix and things like that. Those are also signs that you need to detox metals out of your body. So, you know, people are in pain, they go to the doctor, they give them some more pills, and then, you know, it makes it worse on every level with the receptors in your brain, what it does, filling them up and things like that. It's very important that we understand things like pharmaceuticals will completely screw your third eye. Television, not so good for your third eye. I love the meme where they say it's like taking spray paint to your third eye. I was explaining to my husband last night, he wanted to pick a movie out on Netflix to fall asleep to, and then we were talking about, he said it's probably not good to be watching movies about possession and things like that. I said, well, when you're watching television, your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between a real event happening and that it's fake. We look at television like it's just fake, it's just a movie, but your subconscious mind doesn't see it that way. Depression. Oh my God. When I look at I like to look at statistics. I'm real into science, right? I go to Google. I like statistics on this. When I look at the statistics of people on depression medicine. Okay, well, we're doing these body graph types in our Reiki group, and if so many people are generators and manifestors around here, if you have a depressed generator, not good, right? That little depressed generator will go depress all the other generators around them and things like that. So we see that, you know, things like depression are a sign that your third eye is out of whack. Any type of mental health kind of issue usually is an indicator that there's something going on with the upper chakras. So we see a lot of that happening around here. Chlorella is the best thing, and turmeric, for your third eye. You guys already know that. We're already doing a lot of third eye work with just the detox vitamins and the things that I tell you guys to do. This is just how I did my ascension, and it's working amazing. And from day one, I had to get on video and explain, you know, I figured out how reality works. And we better do some changing of our thoughts, because we're destroying ourselves here with our fear on a loop. This is your perception. Your third eye, like I talked about last video, is very hooked up to your sensory perception. So, you know, if your third eye is closed, you're not going to perceive as much of reality clearly. Not everyone can perceive the frequencies we're on. If you're noticing, you guys can perceive me fine. We're having a chat. Good morning, right? You're perceiving me fine, but not everyone can perceive us on the frequencies that we're on anymore. Sometimes you could feel like invisible, like people aren't seeing you, or extra magnetic in a lot of ways too. So things are changing in our dream sleep. We're doing a lot of purging when we're sleeping, a lot of releasing, a lot of clearing of past relationships, people you can't deal with now that hopefully you've let go of on this journey. So some of you guys may be having dreams with like past situations, family members, clearing things out, past life stuff, whatever it is. We're doing a lot of subconscious reprogramming right now, and a lot is purging to the surface. Things that are bad for your third eye. Fear. Fear. It will just drop your frequency down and put you right in the third dimensional frequency immediately. So we see a lot of fear, not just with, you know, the fear factors going on. I was trying to explain to my husband how it was to grow up in America in the time that I did with 9/11. And all they would have to do is put a Muslim on TV and scare people and say there's this psycho loose in your city, and all of the fear control tactics that began to be used on, you know, the citizens of America on every level. How about your food though? We're eating fear. They're not putting fear in your food. They're not putting fear in your food through the meat, as well as chemicals. Meat has hormones in it. It will throw off your serotonin levels. Your third eye regulates serotonin, so that is what puts you in that euphoric state of bliss when you're like tuned into and tapped into the higher dimensions. You're in this state of like euphoria and bliss. Things like serotonin and hormones in the meat will throw off your third eye too, blocking it furtherly. I know for a fact that unless you stop eating meat, you're not going to be able to get past a fourth dimensional frequency. And so a lot of people are in that, and they've deluded themselves into thinking that's it and that they can do this in that way, right? But the fifth dimension, it requires compassion for all life, oneness for all life. We can't just have compassion for people and not all life here. What else? Ego programming gets in the way of seeing things as a divine way. Things like judgments are bad for your heart chakra, your third eye. You know, the universe sees everything as amazing and perfect around here. It's amazing. It's a great day, right? We have infinite potential to wake up and begin a new day and create whatever we want. So a lot of these things block our third eye too, how we see things. Drug addiction, another really big one that affects not only the heart chakra, because it puts you, you know, in that illusion of separateness more, that you're separate, but it's really bad for your third eye. Any type of things like that. People that are coming off of either drugs in their past or pharmaceuticals, it doesn't matter. Or people that had a lot of health care, like vaccines, medications, whatever it was. You have more detoxing to do. If you're taking the chlorella and you're feeling detox symptoms, then you really need it. It can't be any worse than me detoxing my husband, which was like, I always say the worst detox I ever saw, but it will pass really fast. Then you really need it. It will pass really fast, any purge like kind of stuff. People having stomach issues when they're detoxing. Just look at it like you're purging attachments out, entities, things like stomach issues, right? Big red flag that you're probably purging out parasitic type stuff, whether it's programming, physical. For sure, detoxing is a huge component in this. It was everything that was taught in past places too, where they were using herbs to purify spiritually on every level. Vaughn, I think that I teach a path where people can tune into their abilities naturally in a sober state, right? In a sober state that you, while you can reach these glimpses on psychedelics, I don't feel like it's real spiritual attainment until you're like seeing all that shit yourself without the drugs, right? So I feel that a lot of it is kind of fake. That I want to be able to have those kind of visualizations sober. And that I want to purify myself so much that I can attain that kind of stuff. And I have had a lot of like profound dream experiences, visualizations, but I want to get to that level sober, clearly. So you want to purify things like MDMA is a synthetic drug, even though I was seeing the plant going around our groups that isn't, but it doesn't matter. The way that they synthesize this stuff, DMT, acid, it's really bad for your third eye. I was experimenting with psychedelics like that, the acid in California. When I did it, I had to take a couple days off of work after because it lit up my third eye scan. So I could see where if people weren't adept and didn't have like that built-in scanning like me, that they wouldn't be able to tell that. So you need to be very careful trying to use synthetic type of things. I am a fan of like mushrooms, but it's bad for you to do these things all the time because it'll screw up your serotonin levels and can make you depressed. Anytime you're on that feel good kind of drug, it's gonna elevate your serotonin levels and make more of it. And you could have a crash afterwards, like with your moods or things like that. But everyone has their own path. Mine might not be right for you, right? That's why in Egypt they had so many deities. Like, okay, well, if Ra's story wasn't good for you and you can't resonate with that, why don't you try another path? That's why they started out having so many deities, which were examples of how to ascend. So, you know, what I'm doing might not work for you. It doesn't for everyone. Everyone will, you know, find their own way. Follow your intuition with everything, right? Everyone always has good advice for you in your story and what you're doing, but always follow your own internal compass. Hey, it was my part of my path that when I was in Shasta to smoke DMT so that I could meditate and receive a lot of downloads. So that was part of, I saw it afterwards, why I was like there and supposed to be doing it. And it was like so shamanic and amazing and spiritual to me. And one of the most profound experiences I ever had in my life. I won't be doing that again. But at that time, it was something that I needed to understand because I'm very into the natural DMT, which is, I'll get into that a little bit after anyway. We're talking about the third eye. Well, your third eye is where DMT will be made. You can just look at your third eye like a gateway between worlds. Open your third eye, you'll have access to other dimensions, other realms, right? Other worlds, things like that. So I'm someone who had near-death experiences, but they weren't like near-death experiences. They actually did die, and extreme. like when I tell people my story, I remember when I woke up, I was telling a medium my story, and I was talking to a medium and telling her about it, and she was like, "Holy fuck!" I kept getting sent back to Earth. I kept getting sent back to Earth, but I had profound experiences. So many people are afraid of death. It's like, when I was in college, I took a course, Death and Dying, clearly interested in it, right? And, you know, they taught a lot about how they've made death so taboo in America, like it's done. You might go to heaven or hell, right? With the programming, it makes it so much more kind of crazy to go through on so many levels. So the most profound time that I died for 7 minutes. Like, as in no pulse, no heartbeat. They pronounced me dead. The drugs they gave me to try to bring me back didn't work. They were literally starting to put me in a body bag, and I woke up on my own, which is miraculous right there. Like, even the people the cop that talked to me after was like so fucking mind blown trying to talk to me about it after, I remember. And so I had real profound experiences. like I remember that. I remember with my car accident where I also died. I told the paramedic holding my hand, I'm gonna die. I knew it. I've always been intuitively tuned. I said I'm gonna die. I was holding his hand and I did. And so I've had a couple experiences that were not like small death experiences where I was like dead for over a few minutes. And you know, that DMT that floods your brain when you die, it is like a bridge to the other realm. It is something that when you die, DMT floods your brain and it helps your soul leave the body and go to the other realm. And you can't synthesize these things. So they talk about DMT like I'm going to do DMT. You can't synthesize it. It's nothing like the natural kind. Well, we all had a lot of trauma. If you ever did drugs, we'll put pharmaceuticals in that category too. They're both the one and the same to me, right? You did drugs, you drank alcohol, you had a lot of childhood trauma, you had crazy experiences here. That'll wake you up. That'll bring you to lucidity and flood your brain with DMT. So people that had trauma, there was DMT that was released in your brain. That's why this is such a process going through life to get us here on so many levels. So through working on our third eye, we can reactivate that DMT, and it can really like take up our dream experiences, channeling, things like that. I'm real big on that. Good morning. We're talking third eye. No notifications ever. My video views are dropping, but I feel good with it. My video views are dropping weekly, but hey. Yeah, natural DMT, I'm very into it. It's very crazy. It's something that when I came back much different. I I joke about it and I say there was no way in hell I was gonna go to Prison Planet ever again after that. And it was like I was taking on like energy of everything. It was like I came back much different from all that, I'll put it that way. So, we've all had a lot of crazy experiences and a lot of trauma. We've all had a lot of natural DMT that has flooded our brain. You know, I've had a lot of sober experiences meditating and I'll say having sex and things like that. I've tapped into very deep meditative type of states where I've had my jaw, like if you were on ecstasy or MDMA and your jaw is trembling, I've tuned into sober, such high meditative states that, you know, my brain clearly was being flooded with so much serotonin that it made my jaw tremble, like if you're on drugs or on ecstasy or something like that. So I'm all about trying to tune into this stuff naturally, if you know me, like on every level. So, everyone is a channel, like I said. What we'll set aside, the seeker, is those who have a service of others' intent. My intent is always just to heal everyone. Can the whole planet just be happy and healthy? We could do that. We could really do that. I don't know that we can do everything here, right? But we could do that. We could arrange for everyone to learn how the body works and to be healthy. So that's my goal. I want to live like in past times where no one was sick. No one was sick. We didn't have these diseases that the British people brought to Earth. I'm learning British history. I'm learning British history. All the plagues started here. I'm learning about like the plagues and stuff like that. Alright, so we see a lot of sickness in the third dimensions. Lessons in separation, grief, loss. Could be breakup pain, it doesn't matter, you're still going through that kind of grief, heartache, right? So many lessons in separateness, but that sickness, that's a lower dimension thing, that's a third dimension thing, that we could get past all that. They say that when you activate your light body, that, you know, if any germs come near you, you'll electrocute them with your energy. We've been going through a lot of crown chakra and third eye upgrades. A lot of people are feeling headaches lately, I'm noticing. I said I kind of had a headache this morning. I said I had to fix my vibe so I didn't come on video like it's a Monday morning, like, oh, hi, I'm at work, right? So I'm drinking a lot of water. If you're feeling pressure in your head, we're going to expand each chakra on every level. So I was explaining that I went through, you know, headaches in the front of my head, top part and back in different sequences. More water if you're feeling anything like that. Reiki on your head. Hi, Lisa. British history. So, if you didn't go join the Witches Hour group, I was hanging out in there all day yesterday because it's a good time to do office work, right? What better time than do my videos than do office work? So I've been working on that the Witches Hour group. You guys should send a request. I would just add you all, but I'm Facebook banned from adding anyone. So I've been putting a lot of memes up in there. You guys should too. Share them out. I want to work on building up that space. I'm going to be co-hosting the podcast with the person that has that group. So I'm into the group now. It's my new play space. And I've never felt more at home, right? They're like, we're Reiki masters too. They're like, wait, we're energy workers too. The guy who has the group is a generator. I've been looking for generators that aren't dead generators that can help spark up my energy more. If we come together as generators, as you're seeing, and I can just vibe and you vibe, we can create a powerful energy. So I'm loving that area. They're like, we do Reiki too, and we're into sage and everything you're into. So I've been putting a lot of memes up that say that are witch memes without the word witch. If you know me, right? On the wall, but I noticed I fit right in, so I put up some Violet Flame posts up there, but I like that space because you guys can share the posts. So I'm putting up a lot of the same kind of stuff as in this group, in the Witches Hour group, so you guys can share those ones. I was putting the Violet Flame and White Life stuff up in there. I feel like I could go teach some people in that space too and bring some spiritual knowledge to them because we're into the same kind of stuff around here. I'm trying to teach Egyptian magic anyway in mystery school, so it kind of goes with my theme. This is Egyptian magic. We're trying to master our minds so that we can control our reality, let go of fear, really get your mind laser focused on what you're trying to create, and you can create anything you want. Like, it's just so easy, right? Like a lucid dream. So we're learning how to navigate this place, and we really had to practice with the manifesting. You don't just learn overnight. I remember when I learned this was a manifest reality, and it's kind of hard to manifest something out of nothing, right? That's the ultimate attainment, right? To turn energy into the material. So, you know, I had to practice. So I'm pretty good at it now, but I've been practicing for a while, and I had to get really good at manifesting for my mission, or I would have died by now. So I try to teach you guys how to manifest, because I've been learning how to, you know, practice with it. More practice with manifesting our daydreams and visualization is powerful. You should be noticing that your thought process is changing with this ascension. If you reprogram your thoughts enough, and it took a lot of work for me. I was coming off a lot of drugs. I had so much Illuminati mind control kind of programming. Living in America during the generation I did, and it was just insane, right? So I had a lot of negative thinking. Yeah, fear programming. Welcome to America. Negative limited programming. So it took me a while to, you know, get rid of that voice in my head that would say I couldn't do everything, and to reprogram it. And now I've noticed that my mind is shifted more to the frontal area, right? For the first time ever, we're using the frontal area of the brain. Prior to this awakening, humanity was trapped in the reptilian cortex of the brain, hence the reptilian symbolism. I'll say symbolism. Everyone takes everything literal around here, right? So, reptilian cortex of the brain. So, you know, for a very long time, that third eye area was shut down until these energy and these frequencies are hitting with this ascension. And, you know, it's putting people into a state of lucidity really fast. Hi. We're listening to astral binaural beats that'll ground me and chill me out, hopefully, right? I got some new cards I'm going to try on feed after this. I'm doing my work break before work. Earth Warriors. We'll see if I can do them right. Some cards are hit or miss. I get on card and I'm like, I'm feed, and I'm like, we won't be using these cards again. Halfway through my video, we won't be using these cards again, I'm thinking. So these are good. I'm feeling a pull back towards the shamanic, and you know, I always say that I'm going to get into it in mystery school, talking about how a lot of native Egyptian past cultures came out of galactic places. So I feel a pull towards the earth. I'm an earth sign. I feel a pull towards those energies. You know, I was looking at this the astrology witch post I put up in that group, and it was saying what kind of witch you would be by your sign, right? And so I'm looking at the list of what kind of witches there are. I would for sure be a mix between the storm witch and the moon witch. I'm like, oh, getting ideas. I would probably be a mix, because I can channel. I've learned how to channel that storm energy, but anyone can. It's something I've learned through Ascension. It wasn't something I could do prior to it. I had my awakening and I realized, holy fuck, these full moon storms are kicking my ass. I can't even work or get out of bed, and I feel like I got hit by a train. Maybe I need to learn how to flow with this energy. So, you know, I began to learn how to navigate the storms and flow with them. And, you know, I realized we could do powerful things being in alignment with that energy when it hits. So we're in our rest period. We're going to get hit with a cosmic wave of energy tomorrow, but we're probably already feeling it today if you're energy sensitive. So more water. This is a lot of solar radiation. So we had this chat about what does solar radiation do to your body. It is hitting your DNA. Your DNA is so connected to your third eye and your light body. So it's hitting your DNA. It's turning us into superheroes. We had this chat already where it's going to purify you on every level. It's sending codes to your DNA, activating you. And the thing with this ascension is that in reality, is that we get these individual lessons as we need them. Every person is taught on an individual basis here, right? So Ascension is no different. You're getting upgraded as fast as your body can handle it, and you're, you know, in the process where you need to be at. And everyone's going through it, going through different things, right? Welcome to life. We're all getting different lessons. But you'll notice that this energy is getting more intense, and so are our lessons. Ascension symptoms, more water. I've been drinking tons of water. It's been making me feel a lot better. Water is an energy conductor. So if you want to vibrate higher, you want to drink more water. If you're going through upgrades and activations like we are right now, then it's a really good idea to chug a ton of water, because then you're going to get upgraded more. It'll probably speed up the ascension process, taking vitamins and drinking water. It will really help speed up the process that we're going through, this, you know, physical upgrade process. It really helps. It's like the only thing you can do. I tell my husband, just drink the water and take your vitamins. I love it. So we're going to talk, because I'm going to waste some more time before my real work, right? We're going to waste some more time here. I'm going to talk a little bit about colors and healing, because they're powerful. You know, we're realizing that we can invoke different colors for different things. So I put up a couple white light and violet flame pictures on here. I don't want you guys to watch my videos because I can do cool things. I want everyone to be able to do the same things, that we all have these kind of abilities. I know we have different spiritual gifts and things that we're good at, but we all have this ability to tune into the universe like this, and, you know, to be able to channel knowledge, do things. So I want everyone to be able to do this. So many light workers carry the violet flame. Let's see some hearts if you ever had purple in your aura in these pictures. Alright, I'll start with the aura pictures. Are really good because you can track your energetic progress. From a year ago, my energy was so different, it's mind-blowing. From day one, I've been taking aura photos so that I can track my energy, and I can look back on my profile and I can see my journey. And, you know, I told you guys that I went from violet flame aura, just purple, to rainbow overnight when I quit eating meat and ditched my relationship in one. Just overnight. It was like I could instant manifest. I was always good at manifesting, but it was like I could rapid instant manifest anything I needed on all new levels too. It was so crazy. I got so much energy back, right? So overnight, my aura really changed, but those are really good. But I put a post on the Witch's Hour page, and I'm going to show them how to do aura pics if they don't know how to do them, right? And I said that these are a good Facebook hack. Everyone's on Facebook nowadays. That's why I do my videos on here. There's more people on here than YouTube and other kind of venues and things like that. So everyone's scrolling down Facebook all day long on their feed. And if you're posting aura pictures, it will help activate people faster. Everything's an energy exchange, right? They're going to get some high vibe energy. You know, they'll get to see your divine aura, and it will help activate them because you're real open doing the aura pictures, right? We're sending love and light. I don't know. You're focused on your energy. It's like a Facebook hack, right? So I like to flood Facebook and my page with lots of aura pictures because it will impact their energy. We're always having an energetic impact on people. So many light workers have purple in their aura, we're noticing. So, rainbow is correlated with the fifth dimension, rainbow frequencies, right? They talk about in Hopi prophecy a time of this warrior tribe of people. I always say that tribe was not born that way, they were made that way. We're being made that way energetically. A lot of those rainbow warriors are indigos, being made into rainbows through this journey on every level. So, purple is powerful for any kind of negative entities. I see people like, oh my god, the darkness is attacking me. No, it's not. You're purging it out and releasing it with this ascension. It's things you're letting go of. The best thing you can do if you feel you're being attacked, you have negative energy around you, negative entities, any kind of negative spiritual stuff, violet flame. I don't just put myself in it. I put this whole house in it every time I stage. I like to do like barriers and energetic boundaries around myself, around my house. I have to be very adept with spiritual protection. We had like, you know, the cops calling here again yesterday, and I've been like, since I got to the UK, dealing with cops, courts, government people, right? I had to be able to put these abilities to use to be able to protect myself and the people around us. We're not only being called as healers, we're being called to protect the people around us, especially the people that are not awake yet. The violet flame is very powerful in burning off any kind of karma too. Holy fuck, there's a lot of karma going on this planet all at once, right? It's so powerful in burning off any type of negativity, karma too. It can get rid of karma. It will burn off anything. It will really purify your aura on new levels. I like to do it in the shower. I like to optimize my time as I'm doing right now when I'm in the shower every morning. I know that, like, if you guys have a long day at work or in the Matrix, you guys are going to go home and probably heal yourself or take a salt bath, right? What about the astral? We're waking up in the morning and a lot of people are just going on to their day not realizing we should be cutting our cords after the astral the second I wake up, right? Cutting your cords after the astral, we tend to be getting corded there. and having crazy stuff happen there, purging, all sorts of crazy stuff. It's a good idea to violet flame yourself in the morning, to cut your cords, maybe put yourself in white light before you begin your day, but it's equally as important to do it before you go into the astral. We need to be protected there. So when I first started, doing Reiki, I thought that with negative entity kind of stuff, you would use white light. Well, I found the violet works a lot better. White light is good for barriers, protection. Before I go to sleep, I visualize myself in a bubble of protection and say a prayer to seal it off. I do it with my house too. I put free will barriers up around myself and others all the time. I found that to be very effective too. Energetic barriers. You can do it visualizing white light, bubbles around your house, people, things. More protection too. This stuff is powerful for healing. Someone asked in Francisco's group, what does a blue aura mean? We see lots of blue orbs. We see lots of blue in people's auras. Very galactic to me. Doesn't mean a lot, but it's very galactic color. When I'm channeling, like right now, probably there's a lot of blue in my aura. I notice, like if I get the sun in it and I'm doing a video, I'm probably gonna have a lot more blue light around me. We're traveling a lot more. So if your third eye is open and is a gateway to worlds, that's how we astral travel. They say the first step to astral traveling is to open your third eye. People are like, I'm not dreaming. Open your third eye more, right? So that is our connection, and we're able to travel more and more. So if we're becoming more and more lucid here and in the dream world, and in the dream world, I am unlimited. I can find any of you. Doesn't matter where we live. I can find you. I can hang out with you. I can chat with you. We can have astral tea, right? It's not like here. So as we're becoming more lucid in our dreams, we're reaching out and finding more and more people, traveling farther and more, exploring the universe with our abilities. And you'll notice that here, our abilities are on point too, but in the dream world, they are like amplified times a million. It's where we're headed, that version of ourselves when we're sleeping too. So we can do a lot more crazy things in the dream world that we're going to learn how to do here. So they have these veils. I always say the veil is your ego. They have these veils between dimensions, right? Dimensional veils. Well, what would block your sight? What would block your connection? Your ego programming a lot of the time. So as we're making this ascension, those veils are becoming thinner and thinner, they say, right? So we're getting more and more interdimensional access. I'm looking for a time when the dream world will merge with this world. It will be one. Yeah, where the frequencies are going to go up, and it's going to be that people are going to realize this has always been the same as the dream world. And people can't wrap their head around that when we go to sleep, we leave our body and go somewhere else, and this is a world completely in our mind, right? No different here, like on every level. Hi, Jeffrey. More crystals around your bed too. Crystals are powerful little energy conductors. You can use them for all types of things, but I always say they want to be of service. They're more evolved than humans, clearly. They want to help and be of service. That's how it is when I'm dealing with a lot of extraterrestrial type entities. They have evolved to a place I was trying to explain to my husband last night where they think this is like kindergarten here. Sometimes I do too. And that they don't understand how someone could harm another, and we're harming ourselves. So when you harm another, you're harming yourself, but people don't understand what they're doing, going around creating bad karma, harming one another and things like that. It's just so mind-blowing. Because these are souls, including your crystals, they're conscious entities that have evolved to a certain level of understanding. And, once you keep evolving, you'll understand that your path is service. That when we serve another, we serve the Creator. We're looking for this spiritual attainment. And you can't get any greater than that to serve another. It helps us ourselves. It helps us level up. When we raise someone else's frequency, it raises our own vibe. And it's very powerful. Your crystals are very service of others. That's why those rocks, I like to debunk science around here. My husband says, why would you want to do that? About something. Well, I said I debunked the law of one. Sorry, I did, and I'm proud of that. So the law of one, and I see these channelings still going around, talks about these sacred sites and these ley lines. As they said that it must have been the Orion group that built Easter Island in Stonehenge, the negative reptilians, right? And that they must have built it, and that these rocks are there, and they are making people that are near them service of self. and becoming more service to self and things like that. I feel like these rocks just amplify whatever's there. I'm already in states of bliss most of the time, and I go near those rocks and it amplifies it so crazy, right? It's just like any kind of energy. It's going to amplify what's already there. That's what these ascension energies and crystals do. They will amplify energy. So when we go through these ascension cycles of energy, if you're already depressed and anxious, you'll be feeling it more. If you're already happy, sometimes you'll be feeling like crazy states of euphoria, things like that. If you're depressed, it could make it more apparent. That's what the moons do too. They really shine a light on the things not working out in our life, or the things that are a lot of the time. It really is. Like I said, everyone is a channel, and there's so many people that are doing the same stuff on Service to Self Paths, and you won't find any power that you're looking for there. Through any power that I have is the universe's. I can't do anything on my own, right? I'm smart. If I try to do anything, I need the universe to do it with me and for me. So, you know, so many people are not understanding that that's how we get our abilities. That's how we get any power. We have to earn it through working hard, you know, on the behalf of humanity. That's how I've always known how to level up with my abilities. From day one when I woke up, I put myself to work being of service. And that's how I've been leveling up so fast, is by, you know, working on groups, helping other people, doing this kind of stuff. And it's powerful and amplifying our abilities. I teach my Reiki students to practice it every day, that the more that you do it, you get stronger every single time. It's like martial arts. So what do? I'm doing activations and Reiki all day long. So every time I'm doing that, it's making me stronger at it in a lot of ways. Practice. Same with manifesting. We have to practice. You want to be a pro basketball player, you better go shoot some hoops, right? We're going to have to practice and put in time with the manifesting and things like that. I have nothing to do till I go to Stonehenge. I'm killing time. Where's the calendar, right? And then I come sit down here and I have like the sacred site calendar out. I have sacred site stuff everywhere, so I just can think about Stonehenge, right? I am ready to go ghost hunt here again. This is my favorite. I like this place better than Stonehenge, Avesbury. Look at the mist. Any picture that you take, you can see the spirit energy. Like when we were almost there and driving through there, you could see the spirit ancestral energy flying all around. Like, you know, I don't know, if you're into ghosts, it's amazing. So we go to the, I always say Avesbury, like with an S, Avebury. It should be Avesbury. It may have been in past times, because I always want to say that. Avebury. So I go to Avebury with Sherry. I climbed those rocks. Yeah, at night. We go at night. This is a nighttime mission, right? Breaking into sacred sites that they can't close down because they're in a city area. So I even climbed up on the things because you could see the energy was so crazy on top of the rocks. These rocks, I was saying it at Stonehenge that it would be so amazing to rock climb those things, right? That I could tell that at the top, there's some type of like, almost like a battery. Think of them like a battery. And so at the top, they generate this crazy energy. They're like these little, you know, magnetized energy structures. So I could just tell the energy will be so crazy on the top of these stones. And so I got to go to the top of the Avesbury one. There's spirit energy everywhere. We're going to make Allie go, and she's terrified of ghosts. These ghosts like us. Yeah, I can communicate with the other realm. So they actually, when I go to these places, I approach these energies the same way, and I explain. Usually they're expecting me too. Like you guys could be expecting me. Like the skull was definitely expecting me. I telepathy with it ahead of time too. My guides have me hooked up with it. So these energies, I approach them very humbly, that I just am trying to heal the planet. Hi, I'm on a mission to serve humanity. I'm trying to heal the planet. And blah, blah, blah. And I ask them to activate me, to assist me, to help us with our mission. And, you know, these energies are always more than happy to align with that. So, you know, I know that, like, Stonehenge is a gateway. It's not going to work for everyone. Go approach those rocks in your service of self as a seeker, right? So it's not going to work the same for everyone on whatever level. So, I don't know. I feel so at home around these structures. I couldn't even describe it to you. Like so at home, like I go lay on Stonehenge rocks and put my head on it, right? I go cuddle with the rocks, and I tell my friends I could just stay there like all day, just laid against the rock. It feels so good, that cold energy going through your body. It's just so crazy. I can't wait because I'm going through my own ascension. And the energies of the earth are picking up. So it's getting more intense every time I go to Stonehenge too. Guess where this space storm, are you guys feeling any ascension energies in America, Australia, anywhere? They're coming from here. They're coming from the heart chakra. I always think of the heart chakra like in the human body where it would pump out energy and blood to your whole body. It's very similar to how the ley line structures are set up here, with this being the heart chakra of the planet. So it's getting way more intense energetically in these areas too. And I'm leveling up more and more. So I think it's going to be amazing to go back this time, and it's just getting better and better every time I do. Yeah, I've been redecorating. I've redecorated. We're done. I built a healing room. I built a real nice healing room. I got a lot of rocks, crystals, some, spiritual stuff, and just completely changed the energy here real fast. I'm feeling amazing. Yeah, these are ancestors, okay? We are so connected with our ancestors in past life kind of ways I couldn't even get into because it's just so deep, this place. Like, I don't have words for everything that I understand, okay? So, these were people killed by the government in Avesbury. They were warriors. They were fighting the government and the global elite. They're very aligned because we're continuing their fight now. They're very aligned. We have the same cause. Allies. These karmic circles have been going on for a long time that we kind of came into. Karmic circles, just history repeating itself. Yeah, it feels crazy. Hi, Dale. I'm still ready to go. I'm looking at the calendar. We're going to London first this time. Yeah, I didn't want to go back, but we're going to go to London. It'll be like crazy energy too. This is the equinox. And so it's also like a full moon space storm too. So I'm real excited about it. Before I get to that point, we're going to have one new moon. So for the next full moon, I'll be in Stonehenge. And this new moon coming up will be in Pisces that I'm so excited about. Francisco will love it too. And I am so into the subconscious, our dreams, the other realms, and it's going to give us a lot of access. I describe this time of the year as we're coming out of the underworld, the winter underworld, facing our shadows, things not serving us, getting rid of people, purging, all that kind of fun stuff, right? So we're continuing our tour through the underworld, and then we'll shift energetically when we hit the spring solstice. So for the next couple of weeks, we're still going to be letting go of things not serving us, seeing the things not working out. I know, I love Dale. I love the guys that we do have around us that are awake, seeking more guys finally. Some of them don't know how to deal with my energy too. I get the weird stuff on my page. Block. Alright, so you'll notice I accept a lot more women than men on my page. It just cuts back on the problem. I know it's not good to do, so I'm for sure putting out vibes. We have some amazing awake guys in our group. I know they exist. We're drawing them to us. We need to balance our energies. We have too much feminine energy in our group, so I'm finding some guys now. I'm doing it. I put the vibe out. We got the witch guy, we got Dale, we got Francisco, we got Gabrielle, right? We got a whole list of them. I can keep going, Mitch, a couple of them. I got like 3 more I can name, right? But they're coming to us. We're going to seek for more awake people in these spaces for sure. Add some of your woke friends if you guys have them. I'm banned. I can't add any of my friends anywhere. Add some woke friends. I think that everyone needs to learn this stuff, how to stay healthy, how to detox, but how to access their spiritual abilities. I didn't get a handbook on this planet, and when I was at a low frequency, my gifts were not good to me. I was seeing demons and people and entities and people. I was sounding crazy, right? As I'm going through that transition from the 3rd to 4th dimension and things like that. So, it's just taken me this long to master my energy and grow into my abilities, like I said, but we can do amazing things. Once you can master your energy, you can master your reality and change it on so many levels. So that's what we're all kind of learning now. I said Mitch. We got Mitch. Am I married? Yes. I'm contracted infinitely. Always. I'm so contracted infinitely. It makes my life a lot easier. I believe that I can raise my vibe a lot more through love. So I manifested a love that would uplift consciousness this time. I got smart with my manifesting. I went back to the drawing board. put what I knew into use and tried to manifest a relationship, a spiritual union that could uplift consciousness through me and my work I do, because I do videos. So if I can lift my vibe up more, I can lift your vibe up more. So, you know, I had to always stay in that state of love on whatever level. You can also level up a lot more when you're working with another person. I know for some people, if you're at a different level, that can feel like you're doing a lot of the work. Well, you are. So if you have a, you know, someone who's doing no spiritual work and you're in a relationship, then you're going to be doing double work. But aren't you going to be learning and growing a lot faster doing that? Some of these relationships are serving people more than they know because they've woken you up, right? Or they're waking you up more and more, things like that. But when you're with someone that is also awake, you can really do more powerful things coming together with someone always. Always. Doesn't matter if it's love or just friends or whatever. It's very powerful when we come together awake. So, you know, love can be so powerful in transmuting, raising your frequency, staying in love. Powerful stuff. I'm into alchemy of the souls. I'm into things such as alchemy of the souls. Any type of relationship I look at as merging your energy permanently together. That's why if you go through a breakup, you're going to purge out that person's programming and energy on some level. Law of attraction, that's what I'm trying to teach. You know, we have to also have a certain frequency for the law of attraction to work. But I see a lot of people teaching the law of attraction, and I read some of these posts, right? I see a lot of shit. I'm on Facebook a lot. So they're like, I didn't win the lottery. It's not working. Okay, manifesting 101. You need to stay high vibe. I had some pretty rough experiences this past year getting to the UK. I knew I had to do my part, which I had very real concern, like this might not work out. There is a chance this might not work out, right? So, you know, that did cross my mind, but I knew that I had to stay positive and just stay high vibe, and the universe would do everything for me. I have to do my part. That's our part. Just staying high vibe and staying positive about what we're manifesting. The universe will do all the work. So we don't realize that. So we got to stay high vibe, but we need to manifest things that are service to others. Now, if you're manifesting something that you, for yourself and your mission, that goes in the service to other categories. We need to realize we are our mission. So, you know, that can really help with our manifesting too, being really service to others with the things that we're trying to manifest. I see some of these people like, I didn't win the lotto because I wanted to, you know, go do selfish shit with it. It's not working. Your $10 law of attraction programming. I saw they said to someone, I didn't win the lotto. And I'm thinking, yeah, because they wanted to do real service to self kind of things. Any type of manifestations that are service to self, as in will harm another. Think Monsanto. That are, you know, at the expense of another, service to self, sorry, being shot down. The universe is focused on healing and light worker missions right now. If you didn't notice, the universe has shifted its focus and really wants people to be healing, helping others with their abilities, things like that. Law of attraction is very real. I have stressful shit I'm going through here, and I know that I can't make things worse. That's what our enemy, yeah, my 3D enemy, I guess, wants me to do. They want to scare me, and they want me to stay here and think about all these fear bullshit scenarios, because then I'll create them. That's all that any entities or things like that can do to us, is make us think about negative things, and we destroy ourselves. It's the only thing a negative entity can ever do to us, is plant seeds of fear. When I look at these doctors, they're the ultimate seed planters. You go to the doctor when you're 10 and they say you're gonna have heart disease like your parents and die. You're gonna have diabetes, right? Oh my god, you have this wrong with you. I think you have this. And they plant these seeds, and people go home and think about it, and they create these illnesses on every level. Those GMO foods are so bad too, and I'm trying to explain to Francisco because he's doing this GMO food kind of crusade, and I was like, listen, I don't think that most Americans know that they're eating GMO food. I had no idea, right? And most people don't even know what a GMO is. They don't understand that they're even eating GMO food because they're not labeling this stuff. They're saying it's organic and it's good for you on all these labels, and then you look at all the like GMO corn syrup and stuff being used, so people really aren't aware of this stuff. I feel like that's what happens when you wake up. You realize the world isn't what it seems. The world isn't as it seems, or as I was, you know, led to believe on so many levels. Alright, I'm going to be letting you guys go on that note. I'm going to do a shamanic card feed and get off of here. Okay, there's new people here. Awesome. What should you be doing? Let's talk class, homework real quick. What should you be doing? Alright, gratitude. That is something taught in Reiki 1, that you need to stay in gratitude all day. That's how we attract so much more to us. We need to be grateful for the things we do have and realize we have everything we need. And if we want to attract more to us, we need to be in gratitude for everything, you know, going on here. So more gratitude. We do gratitude journaling. I try to do a list of 10 things a day. I think Francisco does like 5. Just go ahead, throw some more gratitude on the wall. It could be a, you know, picture of something awesome that happened for you today or this week. You know, something you enjoyed, something that you like in life, something going good. Look around. There's a lot of negative shit occurring at any given time. So we need to retrain our brains to stay focused on the positive around us. There's always going to be things not working out, not going as we like, you know, things we can't control. Stay more focused on gratitude and it will help you so much with manifesting more. So we do a lot of gratitude. Aura pictures. There's no sun here. Aura pictures. I put a video of how to do it. Get the sun behind you. Go ahead and reflect it till you see color on your aura. There's different ways to do it. I see people doing the candle ones. I haven't tried that, but they look gorgeous and I love that too, right? There are more scientific methods to capturing your energy and energy around you on camera. Practice with it. If you want to learn about energy, master your own, understand yourself. So more aura pictures. I said earlier that when we're posting these, it's helping activate the people that are just scrolling down their feed and seeing them and doing no inner work. It will help activate the planet faster. A lot of the healers and empaths are at home right now and not out in the matrix and avoiding everyone. So that's a good way that you can use Facebook to get your energy out to the planet. And you know, your energy was needed here too. For whatever reason, you guys volunteered to come here to help because your energy was going to help on some level. I'm doing some type of activation in this space with my little Stonehenge trip that I do, but in a different area. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It hasn't come to me yet. I didn't get my next mission objective. I will be doing activations in this space too, and then through my site for my Stonehenge thing. There is a fee for this class. People freak out automatically. Like, I've been adding people to my mystery school class. They freak out. You know what? We have an entire year. I'm going to be teaching weekly in these areas, doing lots of videos, and it will really help. So you for sure will get your money back in activations. It's a way that I could make an area, have a few people working in this space all the time through that donation, and we can do activations in this space and we can all elevate a lot faster. So there is a fee. We get that you have real life shit going on, so take care of it when you can, but I'm done with the excuses, and you'll find the universe is chill this year. So if you're one of those people making excuses about everything in your life, why you can't, you know, manifest this, do this, heal, the universe is done healing. It's given you the tools that you need to do this ascension through the channels around you, such as myself, the people around you. You guys know what vitamins to take. You know what to do. So it's time to put more work into yourself this year, whether it's taking vitamins, meditating more salt baths, right? Tuning into the universe, whatever it is you do to make yourself more spiritual and to purify your energy. It's time to really work on yourself. There is a pin post on the wall so you guys can see what we're doing. So we're doing the third eye this week. We're doing the third eye. The best way to tune in to a different state of consciousness is to meditate, because we're going to be awake, conscious, and aware of that. When we dream, you know, we tend to lose some of those memories. More meditation. People are like, I have no time. Well, when I do the violet flame in the shower, I consider that a meditation. So do more meditative things for you, whether it's just like chilling, hanging out, exercising, get outside, meditate, all really go for your third eye. Let me see. What else? All right. You want to master your energy? Reiki is a good place to start. I always say, I'm just going to say it again, that was my path. I knew that the second that I woke up that I needed to shift over to energy healing. I realized I could heal with my hands, and that I clearly needed to shift over and get some training in energy healing, and it's a really good place to start. Those energy activations, attunements help you a lot. So make sure you're taking the chlorella and turmeric for your third eye. I'm always shocked at the people that aren't. Right? We can all improve ourselves as channels, our abilities. We're going to keep fine-tuning them and coming into them more and more, but that chlorella is powerful for your third eye. It will decalcify it. If it's calcified, it will clear any metals out. It'll really help expand it. It helps with your DNA. We're made of water, I said to someone this morning. So LJ purifies water. We're made of water. What happens, you know, when we have toxins in our body, any kind of chemicals, metals, LJ will remove any of that, and it's really powerful and healing. So I see a lot of people that recommend a lot of different vitamins. I would stick to the ones that are good for you. Chlorella is a superfood. I see a lot of people talk about way too much dessert. That is something I tried before I would talk shit about it. But it will strip all the good nutrients out of your body, so it's going to be bad for you to take. It's not made for people either. So I use LJ because it's a superfood. It was what they used in Atlantis too, but it actually, since it's a superfood, it's loaded with nutrients and vitamins. So, you know, it's like you're eating something healthy. Same with spirulina, right? It's like you're getting a dose of some good vitamins too. So I know that there are a lot of products, but they usually will strip out the good nutrients, throw your body out of balance. That is the safest thing that you can use to detox. And I doubt that people realized the level of toxins that got poured on us going through this matrix. If you ever have vaccines, healthcare, ever ate GMO food, ever ate the cereal, going through the matrix as a kid, right? We're breathing the air, it's in the water, so we had a lot of toxic overload at this point. That's why we see so many people sick, and that chlorella is like an Ascension miracle plant. Like on every level. That isn't just a detox vitamin list. That is a vitamin list that will purify your body for Ascension, activating you further on a lot of levels. And I was reading some real scientific articles on the chlorella that I could barely understand. And in a basic way, they were talking about the chlorella activating your cells. That's what we're trying to do, right? They were talking about the chlorella activating your cells and things like that. I was like, ooh, it sounds like what we do as healers, going around activating people. So it's really powerful in this activation ascension process. I'm going to go on that note. Love and light.